and then when I'm talking beyond me. So yeah. So let me begin.
Awesome.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my talk show. I'm your host, Owen Rebel. It's my show, Late Night with Rebel, and we're having our special guest here, Jades. So welcome.
Hi. It's
So
wonderful to be here.
yeah, it's awesome. So my first question I always like to ask is, in case people don't know who you are, like, what's the best way to describe yourself to people out there that are watching right now?
What I usually tell people is that I am a transgendered VR chat streamer. I just started about a week ago, and it has been a wild, wild week for sure. I kind of blew up, I guess, a little bit really quickly. Yeah, I just participate in Rob. He's another VR chat streamer. I participate in some of his events. I kind of just have fun. I do my own thing too. I do voice training stuff. I do workout streams. Again, we have just started, so there's a lot more that I want to do. But as far as it's been going, I've been really enjoying it. That's pretty much the basics.
Okay. So my first question is, like, how did you actually end up like getting into VR chat? Like, how did you end up in this game? Like what time frame did you start on desktop? Like, like how did that all come to be?
In January of this year, my friend, my roommate, he owns an Oculus Rift S,
Okay.
and he knows I'm trans. He knows I'm transitioning, and he was like, "Hey, Jade, I think it would be really cool if you were to come in here and try this new game I've been playing. It's called VRChat.
Mhm.
You can just drop in. You can do whatever you want. You can be whoever you want. I think you would like it." So I went into his room and I played for about like 5 hours the first night, and I had so much fun just being myself for the first time, like just fully accepted, and I loved it. I loved the feeling it gave me. So I went to my room and I downloaded the game on desktop, and I played for like 2 weeks, I think, just constantly, like nonstop, playing VR chat, meeting people, hanging out, partying, joining discords, doing the basic VR chat stuff, I guess. And this is in January, and then February a little bit. So I was like desktop for like 70 hours, I think. And then after a while, I started getting kind of depressed because I was like, I really want to get VR. It's not the same. Desktop's not the same as VR. And I was always asking my roommate, I was like, oh my God, Daniel, please let me come play more VR chat on your VR. And he would get kind of annoyed. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get an index. I'm going to see what I can do.
Mhm.
So I got on that. And yeah, here we are.
That's awesome. Your friend hooked you up and was like, "Hey, you should play VR chat." That's really nice.
Yeah, he let me in. Yeah.
So also you just recently got full body. So how does it feel to like finally move your legs and move around and use full body?
It is, I would say the word is sublime. I describe it as kind of like this just expression ecstasy. You can do whatever you want. You can, really express yourself fully in a game. It's a little bit like through the looking glass. I feel like this is the precursor to some really big kind of Matrix level thing where we can really just be inside of a game. It's trippy a little bit. The first day I spent the whole day just looking in a mirror and just dancing and seeing myself in full body. It was validating. It was wonderful. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
So, how would you describe your first experience in VR? Like the first time you put on the headset and you were playing VR chat. Do you remember like that day or specifically what you were doing, avatars you picked? Like, how did that feel?
I had played VRChat years ago when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
I had downloaded the game on desktop because it was a free game, and I was like, "Oh, you can play on desktop? Okay, I'll try it out." So I joined, and then the first thing I saw was then whenever my roommate said, "Hey, come play my thing," I got on, and I picked like this female knight avatar. It was this blue knight
Mm-hmm.
with some armor, and I thought she was really cute. And I just went to this like jellyfish world. I'll never forget this. It was just this really cool, one of the most popular worlds, I think. It was like a jellyfish world, I think, and it had all these fish and you were
Mm-hmm.
underwater. And I was just walking around talking to like Dark Souls characters and like a superhero and Batman, and I was just surrounded by all these weird people and cool avatars and just interesting cats, and it was so unique to me to be in a game where I could just talk to like anybody and just have fun and just it was so open. It was almost like an old internet
Oh
vibe. I was like,
my, a
you can
new
do whatever you
sub.
want in this game,
Does this
and
mean
people are
you've
having
come
so
to
much fun
play
just
with me?
having around.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Damn. Like, that means you started playing in like 2018 or something, like, because you said Knuckles, so that must have been like sometime in.
Yeah, that was probably like early 2018, like
Okay.
maybe like February, March.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't play for very long. Like I said, I kind of I there was a big push on Twitch, obviously, for like people like Pokelulz and whoever
Yeah.
else who were playing that game. I wasn't necessarily a big watcher of that, but I did find out recently that yeah, when I started playing, it was right around that time. It was like right when the game started getting popular on Twitch and stuff.
Okay. So, have you like, okay, so obviously you've only been streaming for like what, like a week or two? How's
Yeah,
it,
like exactly like 7 days.
yeah. So, how does it feel like to start streaming and like suddenly everybody's like, you know, I guess it's like kind of overwhelming at some point, right? You just start your stream and like hundreds of people are watching. And they're like, Jades, I lost. You know, like how does that feel?
I had to it was freaky at first. Let me put it this way. I told my story on my Discord recently, and I basically just kind of explained that I've done Twitch before. I've been on Twitch and Justin TV for years.
Oh, okay.
Rebel. Since like 2011, 2012, I've been looking at streaming for so long, and so it was always like really interesting to me. I've done a couple of speeches on it in college. I did like a research paper on Ninja or whatever, and I wanted to get into it a while ago, like 2 years ago. And so I was just streaming to nobody. I had a big fat zero on my stream, and I was just playing games, just hanging out, playing Risk of Rain 2 and stuff. But it was a little bit depressing, I would say. It was a little bit like demoralizing to get in and do your thing to nobody, and it was more like just recording live YouTube videos, basically. And that was annoying and definitely took me out of like the motivation, like I said, to continue. So this last week, whenever I brought like the audience that I had made from Rob's thing into Twitch, and it immediately gave me like all those viewers, like not look at the numbers so I can continue just being myself. Because if I looked at those numbers, I don't know, it was a little bit anxiety inducing.
Mm-hmm.
Just being around like XQC, being around those people, Soda Pop and whatever, when I was doing those events, yeah, it kind of brought up some anxiety, and I just had to like remove myself and be like, who cares? Like, who's watching? I don't really care. I'm enjoying myself, and that's what keeps me calm, I guess, whenever I stream. It's nice.
I understand that. Some people, because I've been around a long time, so I've been around a lot of big streamers when the game first blew up, and you know, here we have this resurgence again. I always tell
I might
people.
have just lost voice on you.
Oh.
Wait, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Sorry.
Okay. I was saying, since I've played the game for a long time, I've been around a lot of big streamers and content creators for a while, so I kind of get the same sense of, like, I do get anxiety at the first time, but nowadays I don't, because I treat everyone like a human, so at the end of the day, I'm just like, that's just a guy who plays a game and whatever. Like, who cares if 1,000 or 10 million people are watching? Like, I've seen it all. But it's good that, you know, you're sticking to it, and you're not like, you know, some people do, like, I've seen it before where somebody meets like a streamer or somebody, and they like go like full like anxiety attack and just like end up on the floor, you know. So
Yeah, they're just people. I mean,
yeah,
anybody who plays this game knows that you're gonna have fun. You're gonna just mess around and goof. Said about Hassan recently, where it's like Hassan can pull these, you know, he can really, you know, be hip with the ladies whenever he's in real life, but the second he gets in VRChat, he's kind of on a level playing field with everybody else, because it's like, you know, the second you put into a virtual world, everybody's kind of the same in a way. You know, you make it, your personality really sells you, I guess, in a game like this.
yeah, I get that, because in the real world, you know, many people may not agree, maybe they will, but in the real world, people judge by looks. They're very judgmental. The first thing you see of somebody is what they look like. It's very rare that you get to know their personality first. So when you walk down the street and you see somebody, literally the first thing you see is what they look like. then you have to talk to that person to figure out who they are, their personality. That's just typically what the way it is, unless like you call on a cell phone and now you know their personality first, or video gaming. That's where you hear their personality first. But you know, for example, Hassan, you know, he's someone that's, you know, he's worked out. He's, you know, he's physically fit. You know, he can get the ladies in
Yeah,
real
he's very
life.
attractive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he can get the ladies in real life, but when it comes to VR chat, and then like everybody, like you said, everyone's kind of just like the same. So like because like I was watching his stream, and like he felt out of his element. He was just like, I don't know
Mhm.
what to do. What the
Yeah,
heck?
exactly. It
So.
was funny to watch. It's the perception of faceless kind of respect. You just automatically kind of want to talk to people in this game,
Mhm.
no matter how they look or whatever, because that doesn't matter. That's not a factor in you getting to know someone in this game. It's simply an emotional connection, and I've
Mhm.
experienced that very intensely in this game, where sometimes I've been with people and we've been really connecting, and sometimes we've just been like, hey, I don't care what you look like at this point. I just want to be connecting with you emotionally. This is so much fun, and it's unlike any other kind of like you know connection that I've had in real life. So that is a wonderful aspect of VRChat.
I agree with that. So do you think it's very liberating to play VR chat? Like you said, right? To go with your point, like you don't have to rely on looks, right? Like you can technically like be in real life not so good looking, but in VR chat you can like be whatever you want, so you don't have to worry about the looks. So when you play VR chat, do you feel it's very liberating to play a female avatar being trans? Like now you don't have to, you know, you just boom, you play the game, you load up your avatar that you want, and you can just talk and feel, I guess, one with your virtual self.
Yeah, absolutely. I would consider this to be almost essential for trans people. I know that sounds kind of weird, but me and Walter, another character in this game who is a social researcher for this game, talked to me about that actually really recently, and how we both kind of think that full body or whatever VR in general is so validating to a person's identity and a person's like wants and desires for themselves. And it really does bridge that gap if you're especially going through transition or something, because it helps you, like you said, just kind of jump in. People kind of get rid of that dysphoria, get rid of that, like, self, like, whatever, image problems, confidence issues. I felt a extreme, supreme confidence boost the second I put on this headset and just got in. It was night and day. So I can attest to it very much so as a trans person. Absolutely.
Okay. So I don't know if this affects you, but there's many people that I've met that played VR chat. They
Mhm.
started transitioning after playing VR chat because like it's more liberating to like they want to change their real self to match their VR self. So does that reflect you, or were you already transitioning prior to VR chat, but it does like help you out playing VR chat?
I was already transitioning for about a year.
Okay.
Um, it didn't ever come to my radar that this would have been a really cool thing to do. I remember the first day I got in, I was like, well, I'm definitely being a girl. Like there's no question about that. It was very cool and immediately like I said, just validating, very
Mm-hmm.
validating. I can see how this game, especially for kids or people who are in their teens and stuff, if I had this game 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I would feel, expressing myself in that way
Mm-hmm.
back at those ages. I had to do that in other things. I had to play, World of Warcraft and pick a female avatar or do something like that. But in a game where you can literally see your hands and see your legs, and it's such a full package of what the experience would be like, virtually. And so yeah, as a developing mind, I don't even know what effects that would have on like someone who's thinking about gender, and I can't even imagine.
I think this is the type of question we should ask Walter, who's studying all this stuff. You know.
Yeah, he and I had a good conversation about it. Rebel, we talked about how he was like, I want to get VR to be like an insured product for trans women. Like, I want to make sure this is a possible thing where people can just have it because it helps. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it's like a bridge, and that's a really cool idea. Um, I think he's one of the most interesting people in this game, and I look for people like him in VR chat because I want to know more about how this medium, this technology, can be used for as a tool for people,
Mm-hmm.
more than entertainment, more than a video game.
I get you. So let's talk about next question to be the voice training part. So you've only said you told me only like 5 or 6 months, or have you been doing it for longer? Like explain to me the whole process. Did you like watch YouTube videos? Did you just randomly start practicing yourself? Like how did that whole process um, came to
I
be?
watched a lot of YouTube videos. And that doesn't really help you out that much. It gives you the I guess ground foundation to begin your own training because like I've said before on my streams, I can't just, no one can wave a magic wand and like point at the screen and say, okay, now you can talk about your. It is extremely muscle based and like very personal. Like it's a sensation of feeling. It's a muscle memory thing. So to say that YouTube videos or even my videos, my stuff could help people, it's it's halfway there, and then the rest is you. The rest is going to be you practicing because
Mm-hmm.
while it's necessary to know what to do at the beginning, the rest of it is going to be practice. Anything that can happen really with this needs to be practiced a lot. I told my viewers that the best way I did it was just recording myself talking in different voices. I would go level 1, level 2, level 3, and basically just go up the scale and just see if I can find that like realistic medium, I guess, and then work from there. And it wasn't immediate, like I said. Like it took about 2.5, 3 months before I felt like, okay, I can go to work now, and I can talk to customers like a girl. Like it took a while for that confidence to be built.
Okay. So 2 or 3 months of practicing. I think yeah. Some people told me like 5 months, 6 months. Some people even told me like I had a person that I know in the VRChat community that is transitioning for a couple of years, and they started voice training, and they actually documented themselves. So like they like had a baseline from 2 years ago, just them talking normally, and then like 5 months in, and then 1 year later, and then 2 years later, you can gradually hear the voice like become more and more
Hmm.
feminine over time, and it took them a long time just to like have like a normalized voice. So I guess it's different for everybody, right? It also depends on like how much
It
you're
is. It is
training.
different for
So
everybody, and there is no right or wrong way to do it. I mean, I guess there's a couple wrong ways to do it, but as far as your personal voice training journey, take it slow. Don't go crazy. I mean, I get hundreds of messages about this. I got one right before I came on here about my voice, and I love that I can give hope to trans women or anybody, I guess. Not even trans women, just people who want to change their voice. That's cool to me too. It's wonderful that I can give that hope to people because, like I said, I didn't start here. It was not just immediate like, okay, now I can sound like a girl. It took a while. It took a while for sure.
okay. So um when you use your voice and you're with like the big streamers, did you expect them to like well let's talk about the touchy subject itself. Like you and I talked about it in DM. So like a lot of people, when you get a lot of attention on you, obviously, the way VRChat is, there are a lot of men that do play female avatars, such as myself, that use a female voice, but they're not transitioning or anything. They're just doing it to like trick people and be like, haha, I'm secretly a guy or whatever. How does it feel when people like say like, oh, this person's a trap or whatever? Obviously, you're not supposed to use that word towards someone who's transitioning, but
Hmm.
it is a touchy subject. So would you feel about like when people come to your chat and just be like, oh, Jades is a trap? You know what I mean? Like how do you feel about that?
I feel like there is first of all, traps do exist. Like people who are straight and are
Yeah.
cis, and they purposely do exactly what you just said. They go in the world and they don't identify as a woman or whatever, and they can really effectively change their voice. But at the same time, they're never going to transition. They don't want to, and they just see it as some kind of hobby or something. And that's okay. That's fine. I think the issue comes in not listening to someone's like declaration that they're trans and immediately being like, I invalidate you as a woman or whatever, and I see you as a man and you're a trap. That's when it gets problematic because I don't have, I get enough of um gachigasm or whatever, or gachi hyper words for other people in my viewer in my channel, and that hurts me a little bit too because I don't want to be at all hosting a platform that would support that kind of behavior. At the same time, it is expected. It's Twitch chat. We're dealing with a lot of very bigoted people, and that's just the world. Okay, I can't control everyone's opinion. I'm not about to try. I'm here to just represent what I feel and my ideals and prove that being a trans girl is not, some crazy weird thing. I feel very normal actually, and it's funny that yeah, it's funny that this kind of topic comes up a lot because um I feel very emotionally strong and very confident in my ways and very fearless is the word. So whenever it's too bad. I just have fun being myself and getting to do this on a platform like Twitch is really, really, really cool, definitely.
Depends, right? Like if you stream and you have a very small following, then I guess you'd be fine. But if you are in front of like hundreds or tens of thousands of people, um, it would be highly recommended to have a thick skin. Like I played online video games my entire life, so I'm used to the Xbox Live kids screaming very extreme profanities at me when I was 12 years old for many many hours. So I'm kind of used to everything. But not to everybody is like, especially in the VRChat community. There's so many people. It does suck when you have a big streamer come on and they make like one joke and then like that person feels like shit and just like, well, like, damn. So it can turn into a horrible situation really quickly. It really depends on who you are and what you say and stuff. So
Well, I've also been really blessed with some of the people I guess that I've dealt with in VRChat, I guess recently. They have kind of had my back a little bit and made sure that I feel accepted and validated. They really make it a point to say, no, Jade is trans. Jade is trans. Like, I would rather you guys not make fun of them or whatever, or make fun of anybody. Don't worry about me. Just anybody who is gay, trans, non-binary. Just don't make fun of them. It's so. I'm not trying to affect. I'm not trying to affect anyone's life negatively. I'm really just trying to live my own journey and my own dream. And so to be so like shocking to other people, it's weird, it's just like I can't believe people are so affected by me doing my own thing. It's very interesting. I really appreciate
oh
the support I get from people that I
yeah.
know.
Yeah, because there's many people in other people's chats. I've seen it a little bit in my own chat where people go like, because people will say like, "Oh, Jesus is a trap," and then I'm like, "No, that's incorrect. They're trans. It's a girl." Like what? And they're like, "What? I don't what?" Like I just think like either it's trolls or it's just people who are uneducated and don't understand. I mean, it's 2020, guys. Like, come on. Like this isn't something that's
That's
like.
another part of my platform or my stream too, is to educate people and kind of tell them like what's up. I love to do that. There was a person in my one of my first streams
Mm-hmm.
who came in my chat in my when I was streaming, and they were like, facts don't care about your feelings. You're a dude. And my chat was pretty quick to be a little bit like upset about that. They were like, "Hey, dude, chill the fuck out. This is like, come on, like let's be nice." And about an hour later, that person donates to me, and their donate message was like, "I'm really sorry about that. I feel like my eyes have been opened. You and your chat and my friend have kind of changed my opinion on something that I've never really even thought about." And that was like blew my mind. I was like, I cannot believe that's the effect I've had immediately after streaming. That was so cool to me. So if that can happen again and again and again, I would be really happy. Like that would just bring me so much joy, just to
Mm-hmm.
know that I have affected anybody in that way and positively influenced their decision to not be such a bigot, not be such a jerk.
This chat says I unbanned them. Um, Sorry, I was just reading. So basically, yeah, like I agree. Like there is. Okay, I want to be honest with you. When I first played VRChat, I played this game for a meme. I did not think I was gonna play this game 2 years later and be doing a talk show and talk and doing stuff like this. when I first started playing VRChat, I did it for fun. I was just screwing around with my friends, but over time I quickly realized that this is like a community of people, and I've never played a game out of all the games I've ever played in my whole life. I played a lot of games, a lot of console stuff, a lot of PC games and stuff like that. This is the first time I've ever played a game when there's so many people from different communities and who are gay or trans or bi or whatever. Like I've never experienced this before, and it's definitely like heartwarming. I'm just a straight guy, but like being around so many different types of people and getting their stories and helping them out and just being supportive towards them, like it means the world to me just to help people out. And I never thought I would be sitting here 2 years later doing what I do today. So this game has definitely
Well, I
impacted
really
my life.
appreciate this.
Of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely. I'm loving this. I'm loving being able to have like people like you to just come along and be like, hey, we wanna host you on our talk show and you can talk. That gives me so much joy that I can do that. It's incredible, and I really appreciate it, Rebel.
Of course. I even interview mutes. Like I give the platform to everybody. It doesn't matter who you are as long as you have a story to tell. You don't have to talk to tell your story. So yeah, like I do this talk show to give a platform to people to tell their story. Whatever it is about your connection to VRChat, your personal life, whatever you want to discuss, it's all here. So yeah.
Well, I'm loving this game. I have had an absolute blast. My channel is really thriving. In the last 2 days, I hit
Mhm.
affiliate and it just kind of exploded. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see where it goes from here. I don't want to change anything about myself because I have really benefited from the success of me not changing and me
Mhm.
being the same person that I always have been. This time with multiple hundreds of viewers. That's just the natural progression of this, but it feels really, really good to be accepted and validated on a platform with so many people. Like I said, I've been on Twitch for years, and so getting to hang out with kind of like many celebrities
Mhm.
that I have not necessarily idolized, but definitely known about for years and known about and talked about and seen their stuff and subscribed to them. It's cool to kind of view them as just people and friends now. It's very cool. And yeah, this last, like I said, this last week has been a blast. It's been an absolute blast. I feel like I got into the right crew and I got into the right stuff that's going on in VRChat, and so it's just been kind of like just a fun flow of freedom and fun. And that's really what I want to, like I said, I want to continue doing.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree with you. Like getting into this community and being a part of it is an awesome experience. I would give you some advice right now. So obviously, you've only been streaming for like a week, and that's blowing up and everything. I'm gonna give you some really good advice. Stay true to your feelings. Don't let other people influence you, and because like I've seen it one too many times myself, where when VRChat first blew up, there's a lot of people who just started streaming. They get a couple hundred viewers or 1,000 viewers, and then they get affiliate, then they get partner, and then like some of them just like brush off their friends that they first started playing with because they're like, oh, I don't want to deal with these people. These people are not going to get me any more viewers or money or whatever. It happens. A lot of people when they start streaming, I'm not saying it's going to happen to you, obviously not, but a lot of people do get an ego over time. So I hope that you stay true to yourself and stay honest and just have a good time, and educate
You're
people.
making a great point, Rebel. Like I'm so glad you brought that up. I've made a couple friends before I started streaming. Of course I did. I made a lot of good friends in this game. I joined a couple Discords. I have had countless nights spent with people that are just, cool people in this game. And something I want to tell those people, if you're watching, I'm never going to stop being your friend. I will always like it, even today, yesterday, I guess, I had a friend, one of my old friends, do some workout stuff with me who doesn't,
Mhm.
he's not associated with whatever I'm doing now. It was so cool to bring them in though. It was cool to be like, okay, see, I'm not leaving you, okay? That's a huge part of what I'm trying to do and kind of ground myself and really be humble about this because yeah, as much as it's cool to have a bunch of subs and a bunch of stuff happening like that, it's also really cool to not let it affect me and not let it be like, okay, now I have to be all different now. No, that's the exact opposite. I want to be so much more regular now than
Mhm.
I have ever wanted to be. And that just is such a relaxing, freeing feeling. It really is. So yeah, if you're my friend in VRChat, don't worry. I'll always love you.
Aw. So, do you have any plans of getting like your own avatar, or just do you like using public avatars? So what I mean by getting your own avatars, for example, this avatar that you see, I actually own the copyright to. So I actually own this avatar from scratch. So do you have any plans of getting your own avatar, your own identity of like an avatar, or just you don't mind and just want to use public stuff?
That is a super good question too. This is an avatar by a girl named Ellie. She has a world in this game called Ellie's Avatars. And it was one of the first avatars where I really had an affinity towards. I found it and I was like, this is it. This is me. I love this avatar. I love this girl. So, yeah, Ellie, if you're watching, I would love to commission stuff from you, but also I would love to have my own avatar too. There's a bit of a brand image with this avatar. I just got my emotes commissioned to do what
Mm-hmm.
this looks like. And then I have another avatar that's like a blue and black girl, like blue and black kind of like color scheme. And she's the same artist. Ellie did the same avatar, so it's really neat to be repping her stuff. But at the same time, I don't own this avatar, and I would hate to see it just go offline one day. That would really blow my mind and be really sad. So. Yeah, I've definitely been thinking about it. I wanted to add kind of like a hoodie to this, or
Mm-hmm.
just do something that's similar to this, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of people say best avatar. Well,
Yeah, this is a good avatar. I think it's really cute. It's a cute little
yeah.
bunny ear girl. It's adorable, and I like the two extremes that I've been able to play. I guess I've had this avatar at the very beginning, and then I've had the kind of like more badass, cool, like biker babe other avatar when I want to be kind of like rebellious, I guess.
It's funny you say that because my first avatar for this outfit, I could change into it, but it literally is a biker girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
hold on, I can switch into it 1 second here. This is my interviewer outfit, so I have different outfits for different things. Here. Let me change into it. So this outfit right here has my name on it and everything. It's like a
That
biker
looks
chick.
great, girl. I love
Yeah,
it. It looks good. I like the little belly button stud.
of course. I had to be a little bit, edgy. One
Looks good.
second here. Let's switch back
Looks
here.
kind of like the girl from the newest Final Fantasy game.
Oh, what, Tifa?
No, there's this. No. That's I guess that is the newest Final Fantasy game. The one right before that, the one with that car and they're all those dudes and they're like a boy band.
Oh,
I forgot the name of the game, but
the
the
boy band.
that yeah, that's what it reminds me of. That there's like an engineer girl who that kind of reminded me of. I
Oh,
don't know her
speaking
name.
of engineer
Cindy.
girls.
Cindy, that is her
You
name.
mean you mean this
Cindy.
outfit?
There you go.
You
There
mean
you
this
go. That is
outfit?
exactly what it looks like. Exactly. Yeah. Cindy. Exactly.
Yeah, this is her outfit. It's been modified, so it's a
Hmm.
bit different. But yes, I actually
I
have
love
her
it.
outfit in the game.
It looks
Um,
really good.
yeah,
I
hold
love that
on,
character's aesthetic.
switching back all these avatars. Anyway, back to the interview. Back to you. So, how do you feel about the chat? Like, just like, can you manage it? Like, when you have so many people watching, like, how do you feel about a lot of your viewers are from probably XQC or Hassan or whoever, Rafflegator? Wh- whenever your name gets mentioned, it's always Craigasm. So, like, how do you feel that people
Yeah,
keep saying,
it's always
yeah,
oh, Jade's
I
voice.
lost. So, like, how do you?
Jade's voice. Oh my god. I think it's funny that that is like a meme at this point. I welcome it. It's my name out there. But yeah, at the same time, like my mods do a great job in my chat. I have great Twitch mods. I have great Discord mods. We're trying to keep it relaxed and chill
Mm-hmm.
while really paying attention to bullying and personal stuff. Like I stress that in my rules. I'm just like, listen, I let people say what they want to say, and I actually kind of, in a way, I welcome it because I
Mm-hmm.
think discussion is good. Discourse shouldn't always be just silence. I think people should be able to argue. And in the same way, I can argue back. I can prove a point my way too. Like it's not just I like I said, I'm a little bit fearless with some of the people that come in my chat.
Yeah.
I'm just like I face them head on and I say, listen, this is who I am. Got a problem with it, let me know. So that is kind of how my approach is with Twitch chat. But yeah, other channels I obviously can't moderate them, and they, the vast majority of people on Twitch do like me, in my opinion. They do have like some support, and that modicum of support, however small or big it may be, it feels really good to have that ability to just kind of drop in and see people mentioning you. It feels really good.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Have you dealt with any like haters? I mean, like obviously some people just like being mean to you, but like have you ever like someone come out like the woodworks, like someone like randomly like 2 years ago like you met and now they like come back out of nowhere like, oh, you're big and popular now. I'm gonna hate on you for random reasons for absolutely no reason whatsoever because you're popular. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people, I've had it happen to me where like because of doing this talk show and I get a little more attention because of it. Like I've had people literally haven't talked to in 2 years just be like, wow, you blah blah, blah, you know what I mean? Like just out of nowhere. Just ever had that?
Not recently or not yet, I would say. Kind of stress the keyword there, yet. I don't really have a problem with people talking to me about stuff. If you want to say anything to me at all, I say this on every stream. Just message me on Discord. I'm happy to talk. But as far as my personal friends go,
Mm-hmm.
and like people who know me in real life, they've just been really supportive. They've been happy that I'm doing what I'd like to do. Everybody who knows me IRL knows that I'm kind of an entertainer. I love to joke around. I love to laugh. I've been an actress before. And so having a stage like this, having like a virtual online stage it's awesome. It is wonderful. I feel really, really at home. It's not like I'm doing anything that would make me feel stressed out. I feel very relaxed whenever I get on stream. And it's like a natural feeling. It's not like I'm going through scripts and preparing and being like, okay, what's on the agenda tonight? I literally just put my headset on and I just improvise. I just have fun. I just be myself. And that's my favorite part about this whole thing. It's not like there's never been a whole lot of organization. It's just been kind of like, oh wow, I can still do, you know, Jade, and there's no real big, huge agenda. There's no big scroll of paper that I have to look through. I'm just being myself. That's fun.
I admire that because I feel that a lot of people, not me, but some other people do feel that streaming is kind of like that, where you have to like write a script or like script content or plan these big events in VRChat or something like that. No, like I feel the more honest and more genuine you are as a person, the more likable you are. If you role play, for example, before playing this character, I actually put on an accent and pretended as a hillbilly for like a year and a half, and I hated it because I wasn't myself. I was just playing a character nonstop in VRChat. It was funny for some people, but it didn't do me any favors now. So I feel like if you're more honest and just get on and have a good time, then people are going to watch you enjoy that rather than you writing up all these scripts and planning things out. And like it's fun if people understand like, oh, maybe if it's for role play or if you're like doing a one-off event, like that's fine. But I'm talking about like day-to-day, like scripting everything you do or playing a character nonstop. I guess it really depends, right? I guess if you're like Dr. Disrespect, it'll work. But I mean, I don't know how anyone else would do it for a long enough time. You have to like stick to a character. And
Myself. I'm not. I really like that I could just do that and not change myself. Think about the ego is
mm-hmm.
another thing. I really don't try to look at sub count. As much as I love everyone who is subbed to me recently, and I do, like, immensely so, like, I can't even describe the love I felt because of that. It's something that I don't really want to just focus on as like an important thing. It's wonderful to get my name out there in that way, but I'm not counting the dollars, I'm not counting the subs and being like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do. It's really not that
Yeah.
important to me. It's gonna be more of a focus on how do I stay the same? How do I not let this affect me in a bad way? I want to subs because I'm just like I want to give back to the people who have given to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is not work, okay? This is fun and I'm having fun doing it and like it amazes me the amount of support I've gotten. So I really do appreciate it, everyone, so much. Like you don't even have any idea. I love you. I love you so much.
That's very nice of you to give back to people because there's a lot of people out there who just count the money and be like, oh yeah, it's a good day. I made a lot of money, a lot of subs, hee hee, and they don't like give it back to other friends or people. They just sort of collect it and just sort of focus on themselves and be very selfish. It goes back to the whole like when I said earlier about like people who blow up and they like create an ego and like only hang out with the other big streamers or only hang out with people that are gonna further their career or Twitch career, whatever you want to call it. So it's nice that you're giving back to people and just other content creators and smaller and stuff like that. It's very nice of you. Very generous.
Yeah. Well, the second I get even more popular, I'm gonna start throwing my viewers to other streamers. Like
Mhm.
I've been giving it to people like Blinn and Rob and Murder Crumpet and
Mhm.
Meech, but I want to kind of go down the list and look for those, 40 viewer people, 30 viewer people, and kind of just be like, here's a 500 viewer count. Like that doesn't seem like a big grade to most people, but to me that's like huge. And it would be really cool to be, just having a good time, and then all of a sudden a bunch of people come into your stream. I would love to be able to do that because I've seen people like Shroud and people like whoever else on this platform just blow someone's channel up with like 20,000 viewers and just make them freak out because they're like, oh god, okay, hi everybody, hi everybody. That's like, I love that. I love that so much. So I want to kind of maybe do that soon, I guess.
Yeah, I've started doing that when I have like 40 or 50 viewers, and I raid some with like I raid a person with like 2 viewers in VRChat, and they like they almost had like a panic attack because they didn't expect that. Like 50 people just suddenly
Oh
start
yeah,
watching
they're
them.
terrified. They're like, I
So
don't know what to do now. It's like, just relax. Do the same thing you've been doing.
yeah,
Now you have viewers.
yeah. Like I would say there's a lot of good good content creators at the very bottom. Like I actually interviewed a guy that had like no following. His name was Japanese Bush Baby. He actually he can do a G-Man voice from Half-Life, and he does it like perfectly.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about. I met him at a Black Cat actually recently, and
Okay.
he's amazing. I think if I were to look at my friends list, I can find him. He is really, really talented. I
Yeah.
put him in. I have like a favorites tab of everybody in this game. I've got one of just like my OG friends, and then like the people that I met recently with Rob
Mhm.
and stuff. And then I've got one that's just called talent, and it's like guitar players and dancers and full body people, and then it's just G-Man. I think he's really talented.
Yeah, I met him a couple months ago, and then I interviewed him shortly after that because I thought I wanted to bring him on and get more people to watch him because I feel like
And you
he's
can use like a myriad of voices. It's not just one. It's
he
like
does
it's like a
250.
plethora.
Yeah, he's actually in the
It's
wall over there in the
insane.
spawn. So technically, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go look at him in a second. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that guy.
But anyway, back to what we're talking about. So, do you feel that you're helping, like, I guess, create a community? Because, like, hypothetically in the future, if you keep growing, you could become like the next big thing in VRChat, and a lot of people are going to be watching you for, I guess, guidance or to create a good. Because, like, you got to think about it. Like, maybe one day another big streamer will be like, "Oh, what's VRChat?" And then they'll be like watching, like, "Who's this Jades person? They're number one on VRChat. What is this game?" So, like, do you ever think about like your impact, like in the far future, like you know what I mean? Like that could happen.
Yeah, I do. I have. I thank you for saying that. It gives me a lot of hope, and I'm blessed to hear you say that. I think it's possible, and I would be in love with that possibility. Um, it's been really cool to how do I say this? I would be happy to do that for someone else. I'd be happy to introduce them to this game because I've already done that for new players of this game. I
Hmm.
think the most honorable
Oh
people in
my,
VR
a
chat are
new
the ones who
sub.
interact with the white
Does this
names.
mean you've
They
come to
interact with the
play with
visitors. They go,
me?
okay, this is someone who's brand new to this game. How do I make their first day awesome? How do I show them this world and this cool avatar and this thing you can do and this funny
Hmm.
animation, this place? It's like, that's great. And so if I could ever be at that position of being like Rob, like those people where it's just like, okay, this is where the soda poppins of the world would go, or this is where the Pokalols, or this is where the XQCs of the world would go. That would be very awesome, and I would love to be able to introduce them to my own circle of community because I've already had an amazing community built. Like
Hmm.
I just really envy, like I can't believe that this is happening where I have such a cool community and I can just chill out with them and relax and talk in our Discord and we have so much fun. And so yeah, like the possibility you just mentioned is really, it would be really cool for me because I know it'd be fun for someone else to be, inducted into our little community already,
Yeah.
Jade's community. It's awesome.
Ever thought about running your own events, like running your own like talent shows or getting people on to dance or I don't know, whatever events you have in VRChat, or would you rather just be a part of it, or do you plan on like running your own stuff?
Well, The thing about VRChat is there's been a joke about content and like what there's a staleness happening or that what can be content. Um, I think that it's funny whenever there hasn't been anything going on. I've really just had to do my own thing. Like last night, for example, when I did my fitness stream, it was
Hmm.
very short and I was very sweaty by the end of it, but yeah, I want to kind of use this medium and this untapped VR can be used as like this really expensive workout equipment. That's like so cool to me. So more ideas where it's like things that haven't been done before. I'd love to do in VR chat. I'd love to do that. Like someone recommended like cooking or something. I don't know how I would do that, but that sounds really cool to be cooking in VR somehow. Just doing things that, like I said, like there's been the events, there's been the dating shows, and there's been the RP. Oh, that's so cool. I love that stuff so much. But it'd be really, really cool to like, push that envelope and be like, okay, I'm gonna make my own, bits and my own like events and schedules, like you said, that kind of cut against that grain and kind of push the medium forward and show people what can be done in VR. That'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, I think you should because, like you said, like always people complain about like where's the content in VR chat. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen out there in the chat watching. You make your own fun, okay? Don't wait for someone else to do something. Do it yourself. Take the initiative. Example is myself. No one told me to do a talk show. Here I am doing my own talk show, literally my own content. I literally interview people in VR chat. That's my content. I did it because I wanted to. No one told me to do this. I did it because I wanted to. So if you want to do a talent show, if you want to do a dancing competition, you want to do a meme compilation or something, or interviews on the street or a talk show or whatever, just do it. Honestly, that's what it's all about. Just have fun with it and do it.
And that's
So,
what gets people interested in the game itself because yeah, if you just walk around the world and expect something cool to happen, like you said, like that's not it needs to come from your own creativity and your own idea of what you would like to see. And I loved when I was on YouTube a while ago, I loved hearing about other people's real life rants or experiences within VR. Like this YouTube channel, I forgot the name of it, but they would go around and they would just interview people
hmm.
and ask them very quick questions. And there was a couple videos that were longer where it would be like talking about some kids' plight through their real life and then how VR chats affected them, and or something similar where it was just someone basically talking about their life IRL while in VR chat. It
Hmm.
was just like a man on the street kind of thing, just going around and just interviewing people of VR chat. Let me put it that way, people of VR chat.
You mean
That is such a
Seymour?
cool concept. Probably Seymour. Yeah, just anybody who was on Reddit or I forgot what the name of it is, but that sounds familiar. That kind of stuff, just basically creating your own, bringing cool ideas to VR chat because VR chat is already very interesting and just making it a little bit more structured and having a little bit more, focused things like that. That's so cool to me.
Yeah, I think I do appreciate the people that actually make their own content, whether it's making their own meme avatars and wanting to make people laugh, to interviewing people to get their stories, or myself doing a talk show, or dancers, and there's a lot of stuff. If you watch VRChat streamers, I would say some of the more popular or more well-known streamers or YouTubers each have their own identity, whatever it is. Me, the talk show person. There's people like Lowethon who does memes. That's what he's known for. He loves to do it. He makes people laugh or scare them or whatever.
I was
Um,
watching him earlier for the first time. He was pulling his pants down and just being goofy as
Wait,
hell.
what?
I thought that was funny as
Pulling his
yeah.
pants
He was
down.
walking around the world and he would have his full body avatar on and then his pants would make this like kind of sound and his
Oh,
pants would fall down and he would just trip over himself and it was making people laugh and like that's good content. That's fucking hilarious. But it's like, I appreciate those kind of people who make their own thing and do their own thing. That's really cool.
yeah. I known him for over 2 years. It's he's the same guy. When I met him 2 years ago, like almost 2.5 years ago now, like he's the same person who he was before, who he is now. Like he still makes memes. Like I knew him when he had like 3 viewers on Twitch, and I would always toss him a host or raid, and I'm like, damn, this guy's like making memes and jokes, and now look at him now. So
Yeah.
I would say, like I said to you, like do what you love, Make sure that you have people that love your content. Don't try and let people try and influence you and like try to make this like ego and stuff. I hate. I'll give an example. I don't like when people say, "Oh, you're famous." I don't like that word because it inflates people's egos to be like, "Oh, I'm better than you because I'm more popular," or anything like
Totally
that.
agree. Totally
I hate
agree.
that
I don't
word.
feel any different than anyone who watches my streams,
Hmm.
okay? So if you're watching this, if you're watching Rebel Ever, we're not famous. We're just people doing this, okay? It doesn't make us famous, all right? I don't want to be like overly humble here, but at the same time, like, no. It's just we're just having fun. We're doing what we want to do. And you can do it too if you want to, okay? I'm not doing anything difficult. So if
Hmm.
you like this, try to do it yourself sometime. It'd be awesome to see more people on this platform. It'd be awesome to see more people in VRChat. I would love that. Yeah, I want to empower people to not feel like I'm some higher above them. I interact with everybody in my chat. I interact with everybody in my Discord. I'm constantly on there talking to people. I'm the same, okay? You and me, we're the same. I'm serious.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. So we're getting close to over an hour in this interview. We'll probably go for maybe another 30 minutes. It depends. So do you have any questions for me, like at all? If you want to ask me anything about anything at all, I'll answer anything.
Honestly, I feel like what you've talked about tonight has been pretty self-explanatory. This is your own place. It's your own, thing. You
Okay.
got your own world here. That is so badass
Yeah,
and cool.
I made all
Um,
this. I made this.
that's so cool.
Okay. All right. I'll
Um,
I'll, I'll keep on the questions then. So, do you have any expectations for VRChat 2020? Like, now we're in Unity 2018, and now we have Udon. I don't know if this is like nerd stuff, but like the game's getting better network tracking and IK and all this stuff. So, do you have any expectations for this game? Do you wish there was something in the game like, oh, I really wish this was in VRChat. I really wish they would fix this issue, or oh, I'll get this new feature or something like that. Anything at all?
I've always said to my friends that I feel like VRChat has old internet vibes. And what I mean by that is like it's kind of unmoderated in a way. Like you can really do a lot in this game that like may not be totally safe for work or whatever, but it's just freedom. You can have memes, you can do all this different stuff
Mm-hmm.
with avatars, different worlds. It is like Gary's mod in a way, but with virtual reality. And that really I love that about this game, and I hope that doesn't change. Having said that, I can see a darker timeline where investors or companies are like, okay, we gotta copyright some of this stuff. We can't have Disney characters, in this game. We can't have like superheroes in this game. We gotta really crack down. That would suck. I would hate that. And the untapped kind of like have fun, do whatever the hell you want, like be yourself, like make a world. This is such a cool period of VR chat. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get in VR so quickly, is because I was like, I don't want to be too late to the party, okay? I want to be in this
Mm-hmm.
right before that happens. And that's kind of where I feel like the zeitgeist, so to speak, the spirit of time is with VR chat. It's a little bit like kind of just unchecked and have a wild west. I love that about this game right now. That's why I play it, honestly.
I agree. I do think that well, that's one of the reasons why VRChat's free, because you can't monetize the content. Literally 99.9% of this game's content is stolen assets from other games or whatever. So it's very rare to find something from scratch like my own model. But like I think the future of VRChat is just maybe being the gateway to a different platform. So what I mean by that is like a lot of people have their eyes on VRChat right now. There's about 18,000 people playing this game almost every day. Last Friday there was 18,000 concurrent players playing, and that's never been happening before. The last time we had this amount of players was New Year's, which is 14,000. Then prior to that was early 2018 when we had 20,000 players playing concurrently. So we're all like on the rise of breaking records again for player count. Obviously, I guess added to the fact of all the streamers and also COVID-19, the pandemic. But with Half-Life Alyx coming out, a lot of people are looking to make like basically VR Chat 2 with the Source 2 engine and making their own game and using that instead of VR Chat. What I would wish, me personally, a lot of people can agree, is just stability. Because right now we're crashing a lot. Like I crash all the time. Like
It's bad.
yeah,
It's real bad.
it's real bad.
I have that problem every night where Yeah, it's like a running joke on my stream where I will be doing something. I'll be right in the middle of a conversation or a dance or something, and then I'll just black screen. Just no, can't play anymore. And it happened 3 or 4 times the other night on stream, and I was just like, I had to keep stressing. I was like, guys, I have a very expensive computer with a really good CPU and an
Yeah.
amazingly brand new $2 bajillion like GPU. Like I have a great computer. This shouldn't be happening. It's not my fault. It's the game. And it's the only game where I've ever closed the window of and it crashes after you close the game. And I'm just like, what? This is so to the devs of this game, there's a couple things that you really need to focus on. And it's not necessarily the dancers or whatever. You really need to focus on getting the code of this game to be a little bit more up to par with modern video game
Mm-hmm.
standards. Please, we're begging for it. Please, 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 please. Thank you.
You said dancers. Are you making a joke about how the dancers got
About the
banned?
TOS stuff, and yeah, that made me
Yeah.
laugh because it was a scare, and people were like, "Oh God, oh no, like they're gonna crack down on this game. The police are coming in." It's just, it's like that doesn't need to be the focus, people. Okay, the focus needs to be the actual game itself, and the IP problems and the hackers and anything that can deal with social identity loss. That's like a huge portion of what makes this game kind of spooky for some people looking at the actual logistics of what can happen in VRChat. A lot of people use a VPN when I play this game
Mm-hmm.
because they're worried about stuff like that, IP tracking and stuff. This is a personal story. I was in a world one day and everybody crashed except me and this other girl. And then these two guys were there, and it was just two guys. So I was in a room with a bunch of people. Everybody's out. And then these two guys walked up to me and this girl, and they were just like, "Hi, your place that you live and my name. Hello, the place that she lives and her name." And we were both just like,
What the
"How do you
fuck?
know how do you know this? Like, what's going on?" And my heart was beating so fast, and I was like, "What's going on?" I like left the world immediately and blocked these people, but they knew who I was and they knew my name and they knew my like hometown, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this is way too scary. I didn't play VRChat for a week after that. I was terrified. So that can happen in this game, and it freaks me out so bad. Like, you need to focus on that, people who make this game. Like, please, that should not happen.
Mm-hmm. That's very scary. I understand that. I heard that story to other people a lot. I think the issue might be fixed now because the issue was with Steam. Apparently, Steam VR or something like that would Steam would track your IP and then it would. It's not
Hmm.
VRChat's fault. It's Steam, like something to do with Steam, and they would like track your IP. I think that issue is fixed because in the most recent update, it literally says that the IP thing is gone. But I mean, who really knows, man? I'm gonna be honest. So like, I feel like honestly, you should just use a VPN at all times. Let's be real here. I wish I had a
What a great aspect of a
uh,
game where you are required to use a VPN when you play.
exactly
Like, what? That's really stupid.
VPN, yeah. Doxing Daniels. What a name. But yeah, like it's not even like here's the worst part is that if you want to talk about crashers and client users, like a lot of them do target streamers. So like, have you ever been targeted for that? Like it's I guess maybe not right. Like before this update, because the new 2018 would remove or like kind of like break a lot of their clients. But prior to this, like 2017, like a couple weeks ago, if it didn't matter if you had 5 viewers, if you went to a public lobby, a crasher would join and be like, "Hey, I know your address," and be like, "Blah blah blah," and then they'd be like, "Crash you," and they'd be like, "Ha ha ha," and they can also change your avatar into a crasher avatar. So every time you boot up the game, you'll crash yourself.
No way!
Yeah,
Oh my
people can do
God,
that.
that's horrible.
Yeah, there is one way to get it.
That's so messed up.
Yeah, there's one way to get
You
rid
have
of
to go to
it.
the website
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
change it
yeah,
back to
yeah.
default. I had to do that a couple times when my avatar was too tiny or something. I was a little tiny little mouse and I couldn't even get my menu to pull up. That's really funny. But that scares the hell out of me to hear you say that. Like what the hell? I have only experienced a couple crashers and that's a good thing, but I know there's a lot of them out there, and why do that? We're playing a fun game.
Mhm.
Why come in and ruin this for everybody? It doesn't do you anything. What are you getting out of it? Like that was my first thought whenever that happened to me. I was like, why would they do that? Like there's nothing.
I don't
You're
know.
just being malicious at this point. Like it's just pointless.
Some people got problems. I don't know. I never really know. It's just the problem is that if you really want to know the most scariest thing, it's kind of scary to admit, but okay. I said this many times, so a lot of people know this, but like if you use a modified client in VRChat, you will get banned, obviously. But the problem is that you can just make a new account and use the same cheats 5 minutes later. So like if you get banned from this game, you literally make a new account. So like you'll never get rid of them. And they're thinking, what about IP bans or hardware bans? Well, apparently VRChat doesn't do that for whatever reason. So basically, if you cheat in this game, you can literally cheat 5 minutes, like get
You're
banned
good.
and just make a new. I know a guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but he has 30 accounts. And when he gets banned off of one, or if you block one of his accounts, he'll just log into another account and crash you on another account. Yeah,
Great guy.
I know.
Sounds like a real stand-up human being.
Yeah.
There's been a couple stream snipers who have been in my lobbies and been kind of annoying to me, and I'm not like too worried about that, but it's concerning because it's like I do this at a public level and I'm very visible, and so I really like to turn off my like social edit status, make it to where I'm G&D, do not disturb. And so when people come to my lobby and they want to mess me up or say something really racist or something horrible, like that's a problem. I don't like that at all about this game, and they definitely mitigated some of that ability with what they can do with social and joining and stuff with that, but it is still relatively easy to find someone in this game. I mean, it's a small VRChat is relatively a small world. I've always seen that in this game. Like you'll bump into the same people when you play this game. You're not gonna just go away and never see them again. It's like no, if you mess with someone, they're gonna remember you. Okay, they will.
True.
Like trust me.
The thing about it is that VRChat was never actually supposed to be as big as what it is today. I played it when it had less than 1,000 people. I know some people. Like Lolathon has played the game when it's like less than like 50 people. This game was never intended to have 10,000 or 20,000 people playing it.
No.
Back when I played it, if you were malicious, everyone knew who you were and they just blacklisted you. When you have like close to 20,000 people playing this game and they only have like 10 devs, they can't police. That's why there's like literally close to like no moderation because they don't have the manpower and this game's free, so they can't exactly hire people for free. This is a discussion that's been going on for a long time, but this game was just never intended to blow up the way it is. If this game was a AAA title and it had hundreds and hundreds of employees, then it would do a lot better, right? So that's the one bad thing. I always tell streamers, small or big, I just don't recommend going to Publix or Friends Plus. It's just too easy to stream snipe. Like I was watching, I think the last time XQC played or something, I think he went to a public like World or Public Void Club. Nobody like crashed him, but like just the amount of like people just like jumping in your face and be like, oh hey XQC, like being annoying and just being weird and just like that's the game. Like there's no stopping it. There's no like stream sniper mode or something like that where it blocks your location or anything like that. It's just the way the game was. It's just there's no way to block that stuff. It really sucks because like when you watch people play VRChat, like, oh, this game's fun. I really want to play because I watched X streamer, X YouTuber, and you're like, oh, this game's fun. You get on and it's just toxic everywhere. You're just like, what the heck? This game's lying.
Yeah, it's people in front of a mirror. It's people in in very super high poly count, very unoptimized avatars. It's people saying terrible fucking things, and you're just like, man, this game is not what I saw on the channel. It's not like a group of people who are having a party. Like, where is that? Yes, that does exist in this game, but you gotta know the right people. It's just like the real world, okay? You can't just... There's a lot of bad people or not cool people out there. And for every bad person, 10 bad people, there's always going to be that really cool diamond in the rough, like that really cool person. It takes time to find people in real life, okay? You don't just jump in the real world and make a bunch of friends immediately. You have to kind of seek them out and like really know what to look for. In this game, it's similar. I've kind of gathered a little bit more intel on who I would want to associate myself with in public worlds. I usually, obviously, only go to public worlds when I'm not streaming. That would be a risk I'd be taking on the platform. So that is a scary thing for sure. But yeah, you're able to meet every type of person in this game. That is a true fact. I mean, you're gonna meet a lot of bad people, I guess, and you're gonna meet a lot of good people. It's just like the real world. So yeah, it's just up to you to find that cool person and then connect with them, and then maybe just take that to a private world and build friends in that and have like fun making your own little community. That's what I was a part of before I joined the Wafflegator crew or whatever. I had a bunch of little groups that I could go into. That was awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I do think that the best advice for anybody as a streamer, if you want to get into VRChat and want to stream the game or make content, Make friends off stream. Honestly, that's the best advice. Don't
Oh,
like
absolutely. Yeah.
don't go to publics on stream and then try to make friends, because I'm being 100% honest. It doesn't matter if you have 2 viewers or 2,000. Obviously, when you have more viewers, it's more likely to get stream sniped. But I've seen people literally of 2 viewers get stream sniped, but like one person crashed the whole lobby. Like, it happens. Some crashers just don't like streamers. So, and like, I guess a really good advice is please do not have Twitch.tv in your name. Like, please, because that's just
Oh
basically a
God,
red
no.
flag that says, "Hey, I'm streaming, by the way. Crash me, please. Say the see the naughty things on my stream, please." I don't do that. Please don't.
Well, I get recognized everywhere I go in this game. It's kind of weird. I can't go to a boy club. I can't go to a black cat without 5 people being like, "Are you the wait? Are you the same Jades I saw on X? Yeah, you are the same Jades I saw on XQC's channel. You're all the same Jade.
Hmm.
What the hell?" And I'm just like, okay. Sometimes I've just been like, I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? But yeah, it's a little bit like, yeah, it's like the cost of fame, air quotes. And I don't want to be like all that, but it's like at the same time, it's like I would like to appreciate or experience this game anonymously again. So
Hmm.
I might sometimes join a different account and just see what I can experience, because it would just be a reset button for what I've experienced in this game. This is a very well-known like avatar, and I've been seen by a lot of people very recently. So yeah, I can't really go to public world without someone being like, I know who you are.
Hmm. You ever thought about making like an alt account so you just like go back into anonymous mode?
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, like because it's like a taking off the hood or the Superman outfit. You know, you're just like, I'm just a regular person. I still like this game. Okay, I don't want you to. I don't want other people or public people to just curate how they act or how they are around me because they've seen me somewhere else. Just be normal. Treat me like a normal person. I can really see in a much hyper condensed way, very hyper micro way, how actors and actresses must feel when they go to like their
Hmm.
grocery store, and a lot of people are like, oh my God, is that so and so? It's like they're just, dude, think about being them, okay? They eat, they sleep, they poop. You know, they're the same people. They're just humans, and they do their job is being on TV or whatever. They're
Hmm.
seen. So yeah, just treat them like normal people. Don't be weird. And it's so funny that that people like hype up. You know, it's cool to meet someone famous. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've been starstruck before for sure, but the more you think about it, you realize, okay, like why be weird? Like just
Hmm.
be normal. Like be normal as hell. Don't be weird.
Sounds like VRChat should have an update where you can smurf in this game. Like, imagine you can like appear offline, because right now you can't appear offline in this game. Imagine if you could, and then you can also just like temporarily have like a Smurf name. So then like you could just use a public avatar, change your name to like Billy Bob 2 or something, and then like nobody knows who you are anymore. Like,
I like
Come
Billy
on
Bob too.
VRChat, yeah, Billy Bob 2. Listen, some guy's probably is named Billy Bob 2. Exposed. That's my alt, dude. Shit. Damn.
Billy Bob too.
The voice
I
would
like
be a
it.
dead
I'm gonna
giveaway? No, not really. I mean, just change your voice slightly, or just
yeah. There you go. And I have that ability. I can be like, hey, what's up?
yeah, just do
Just be totally
just
different, you know?
just use your man
I guess if I
voice.
have to.
Hey, what's up,
If I
guys?
have to. Hey, what's up? It's Billy Bob too. What's going on, dudes? I mean, I think it's really funny that that that's a thing, you know. My voice is kind of a dead giveaway a little bit, but you know, I'm not gonna be. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, Rebel. I hope that I'm on the platform forever. You know, I hope I have a
Mhm.
great time on this Switch thing. But at the same time, like, I just want to keep being me, keep doing the same thing I've been doing, because it's apparently worked out in my favor. Like, I don't want to change anything about myself. So yeah,
Or you could just be a mute.
I can be a mute. I could be a mute. That is a
Yeah.
great point.
If
And
you're a
the mutes
mute,
of this game are awesome. I love the mutes. Like Link, like, you know, whoever else I've known who's a Link or who's a mute. Like they're all so cool. Like I know a lot of mutes, but Link is definitely the obvious choice here. They're just so cool.
I like Lanfear and Oathmeal, the Neko Cat Girl sisters. They're both mutes. They run a nightclub, Neko Nights, every Friday.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm the
I think it's
manager.
actually where Link is. No kidding. I think I read their VR
Yeah.
Legends page yesterday. So they're
Yeah,
actually
it's like it's almost out
patron.
there or something. I don't know.
Oh, no way.
Neko
Look at
Nights.
that. It's right there. That's awesome. Wow. I love it.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
we'll start taking questions from the
I'll do
chat now. So if anybody has any questions for Jades and I, just send them my way in the chat, and I'll read them out. And then after that, we'll wrap it up here, and then we'll send Jades on her way to her great unknown, I guess, or whatever. Taxes? Yeah. Well, how do you feel about taxes? Let's pull an XQC. Yeah, man, taxes. Woo. Taxes.
I have a bit. I guess it's called a bit where I'll take my headset off and I'll be like, babe, come here.
What?
Babe, I want the people of VRChat want to see you.
I'm doing taxes right now, okay? We're really behind on our thing.
Babe, come here.
What? What do you want? Hi, what's up? My name is Ryan, and I do taxes.
People are like, they always
Oh,
ask about that
shit.
shit. So, yeah. So like, I don't know anything about taxes. I'm super dumb. I go to H&R Block. I
Yeah,
literally don't know how to do my own taxes. I'm an idiot about
Just
that.
hire an accountant.
So, yeah, I don't know what the hell taxes even are. I don't know why we have them. F taxes. I don't know.
True.
That's my answer.
What are these questions? What's your favorite sniff?
Fuck you guys.
The fuck is
Holy
that
shit.
even? What does that mean?
Fuck you guys. Stop it. Stop it. My community. Stop it. Move on. Next question.
I mean, yeah, I'm waiting for the next question. It's just Pepe laughs.
Stop it, dude.
Thoughts if there was a spectating mode, so a viewer in VRChat.
Holy shit.
Oh, you mean like if you could appear like? I mean, technically you can be invisible in VRChat. You just use invisible avatar and it hides your nameplate, and you just fly around. You just no clip around.
Oh, that's cool.
You could do that,
That's
but
really
but they're mean like have that as a feature in the game.
That would be a really cool feature. Just spectate mode, like people watch. I feel like a lot of mutes would probably do that. They would just completely change their whole thing and just be content video cameras wallflowers, and they would just walk around. They would
Oh,
just fly
nice.
around in no clip. And
They
just
should
be,
stream,
like,
too.
right in people's faces. Yeah, there you go. It'd be like
It'd
exactly.
be
a
like
no clip.
it'd be
camera.
Jade's following around Jade's POV, and the person doesn't talk, and they're just getting the best angles every time they talk to somebody. It's like third person and everything,
Yeah,
and they have
if you're
sound
out there,
effects.
if you're able to do that for me, please
Hey.
let me know. I'd be so down.
Reality TV right there. No one does that, I don't think, in VRChat. Like some people are like they just follow people around and just be like a cameraman, but I'm talking about like dedicated like fly around and like create scenes and like make music and stuff. I mean, I guess Radiant Soul that kind of does that if you know him. He has a whole like launch pad where you just go like it's like Hacker Man.
It's like a soundboard thing.
Yeah.
That looks so cool.
Anyway, does Jade's possess the critical information?
Good lord, my community. So recently I have been getting an inundation of subs, like exponential amount of subs. In
Yeah.
2 days I've hit 1,400 subs, which is
Holy
pretty good, I think. I
smokes.
don't know how this chat works or this world works, but I think that's a good number. I think it's a pretty good number. So people when they gift me like 300 subs in like 10 minutes or whatever, I am kind of busy, I guess, focusing on like what I'm looking at. I'm kind of a director at heart, and so just to give you some background, I've done video work in the past. I used to do wedding photography, so focusing on something and filming it correctly so the audience can see stabilized video is very important to me. So whenever I have a chat that's like doing really cool stuff and nice things and my alerts are turned off and I'm not looking at chat, they spam super hard, and they're like, she doesn't know, and I'm so sorry, I want to know, and I'll be checking chat way more often because yeah, it's turned into kind of like a scuff streamer meme where people are just like, this streamer does not look at chat, and there's a lot of things happening in the background. So I will be paying way more attention to chat, like just to get rid of that like stigma above my head.
Okay. Or he reads offline chat. Damn.
Yeah, I'm very scuffed. I agree. They're not wrong, okay? These people aren't wrong. I'm very scuffed. I'm brand new. I'm working through it.
Would she stream content that isn't VRChat?
Absolutely. I told my people, or my dudes, my girls, my non-binary pals, I told everybody I would love to do like more VR games, more like I would love to do Pavlov VR. I would love to do tabletop VR. That's a really good game. I could do ASMR. I could totally just go off the platform.
Oh
How
yeah.
about VRChat ASMR? That'd be really cool, right?
I
Just
lost
any kind
already.
of like sorry. Any kind of like I said, like making the genre have a bit more colors to it than just I'm gonna go into a world and be funny. Like there's so much you can do with this technology, and I would love to kind of push that envelope a little bit. But yeah, ASMR I would love to do on the bracket. I think about, like I said, like all the other little my own little personal content. We'll have more stuff. We'll have more ideas coming up down the line. But for sure, I'll definitely be playing more stuff, and maybe even like GTA RP because I'm really good at role playing. So that'd be kind of fun to do too.
How did you get involved with the Rafflegator crew? Like, did they just randomly find you, or like how did that happen?
I was in a club, a VGL club one night, about 2.5 weeks ago,
Okay.
walking around, and I told this story on my Discord again. Basically I was walking around and there was a group of gray robots following this really low polygon avatar of this dude, and he had a low voice and he was just like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you guys? What? Stop following me!" Blah blah. So I walked up to him and I just thought he was like some really popular player or veteran of the game. And I was listening to the person talking to him who was like bugging the hell out of him, and he was just like, "Dude, can you please give this to XQC? Give this to XQC. Give this to the person." And they had this avatar of this little e-boy that had like an Overwatch skin, and they were like, "I'm gonna crash the server if you don't do what I'm saying. I'm gonna crash the server." So I
What the
walked up to them
fuck?
and I was just like, I had already been talking, I guess, in this voice, and I was a little bit looked over and kind of ignored. And so I walked up to that guy and I was just like,
Don't crash the server, dude. Don't do that.
and Rob was like, wait, Jades, wait, what the hell? What was that? Are you a guy? And I'm like, I'm trans. What's up? And he's just like, oh my god, like that's whoa, that is very convincing. And I was like, oh, thanks, like I really appreciate it. You want to learn how to do it, Rob? I can teach you the voice. I can teach you how to do the girl voice. And he was just like, all right, cool. You're on my. That's all you need to do. I'm gonna add you to my friends list right now. And I was like, okay, cool. And then later that night, I get invited to this little after party thing. I didn't know who he was, and then I get invited, and it's Murder Crumpet, and then Soda Poppin's there, and I didn't know it was Soda Poppin because their name was like Peepo something. But I knew his voice. I was like, that is Chance. That is who I'm hearing. And I heard Pokelaw's voice, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, who did I just get involved with? And then like the next couple weeks or whatever, next couple days, I guess, was just parties and events with these people, and I was seen by a lot of people. So they recently were like, they pulled me aside, Rob did, and he was just like, hey, we really like you, and we'd like to have you in our crew. You're the new person, and you have been really popular recently, and we like that. So welcome, have fun. And I was like, cool, awesome, sweet. I'm gonna keep doing me, keep doing it. So
That's awesome.
that's how I got involved.
It was that easy. That's all I have to say. It was that easy, you know.
It was that easy.
He saw
It was that
potential.
Easy clap.
Yeah, easy clappers. He saw potential. I was like, this person's interesting.
Yeah, he said you're going places was the actual words.
Oh.
Right as he added me as a friend, he goes, you're going places. And I was like,
How do you feel about that now?
what is that? What does that mean? Well, having 1,400 subs or whatever that number is on Twitch is huge. That's a big deal to me and big deal to other people. And I've been congratulated like 50 times today. I'm just like, thank you. Like, I'm really happy to be here. And they're just like, yeah, that doesn't happen. Okay. You know, it takes years for most people to get like 200 subs, 300 subs. To have over 1,000 in like one day is ludicrous. And that's really cool. And, yeah, I just want to say thank you to Rob. Thank you to everybody in that group for bringing me in, because I didn't know what that meant, Rob. I didn't know what you're going places meant, but yeah, you're right. That was an accurate statement, so thank you.
Get some hearts in the chat.
I love you. Hearts from me too. I'll pull out my heart emojis. Love you.
All right. I think we'll wrap it up here. So I'll ask you one last question, and then we'll wrap it up here. What are you grateful for, in just general or related to VRChat? Get some, you know.
I'm grateful for. I feel very blessed to have a platform where I can represent trans people, or I can represent anybody who's gay or whatever. That kind of sexual diversity that shouldn't be, not normal. I feel like it's a very proud feeling to be able to have any kind of very social, very visible platform. I feel very visible right now, and that is a blessing, huge blessing, and I'm grateful as hell that I can do that right now. It's all I've been trying to kind of focus on for me is I don't view Twitch as a job. I view talking to people as a job. I view connecting with people as a job. I love to talk. I love to have intimate, connections with people and really kind of get to know people. And so whenever I say like message me after whatever, I mean it. Like really like talk to me. Like I want to talk to everybody who sees my stuff and we can have arguments, we can love each other. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to connect. I want to see who's out there. I love that I have a beacon on a platform that's very popular to kind of say like, hi, this is me, I'm Jade. Like I'm so grateful for that. So grateful.
That's very wholesome. I have to say, thank you, honestly. So I'd like to say thank you so much to Jades
Rebel.
for coming on to my talk show. I really do appreciate it. If you want to come back for another interview at a later time, or I also offer doing podcasts, which means you get a bunch of people on and then we discuss broader subjects. So, yeah.
That'd be wonderful. I'd love to be in a round table with you. This has been a great conversation.
Thank you.
And I really thank you for inviting me, for sure.
Of course. I always want to talk to a lot of different people in this community. Again, I'm your host, Owen Rebel. It's my talk show, Late Night with Rebel, and oh snap! Whoop! I just lagged atrociously. But yeah, I try to do this talk show almost every day, and yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like it's been a lot of fun. So we're about to, or I guess end this interview, but my good friend Pixel here, they're going to be taking a picture for us. So they're over there. They're very nice. They're taking normally I take the pictures myself, but the reason why I'm letting them is because they have a special avatar, which takes very cool photos, a lot cooler than I can ever do. So.
They look like a cool avatar right now.
Listen, the stream ain't ending. They're saying I enjoyed my stay. Well, the stream ain't ending. I still stream for another like 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah, keep watching, guys.
Yeah, keep watching because like unless you want to, I mean, we can hang out after and just do whatever. I'm down. So.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm probably gonna go eat. My stomach's kind of being weird, but
that's fine.
I had a great time, Robo.
Yeah.
I really did.
Thank you. All right, Pixel, can you are you ready to do the picture stuff? Oh, they're switching to avatars. This is a new thing that's on Booth. So like you buy this avatar, or not the avatar. You buy the add-on, and it makes it so you can like do FOV stuff, like depth of field.
Oh, it's like that sounds so cool. I think I saw that on you posted it in Discord today on someone's Discord.
I did. So it's kind of cool. We can do. Anyway, so we'll take the photo. 1 second here. Switch the camera here.
Should I stand up?
Yeah. I'm switching the camera on my screen. 1 second here. Oh. All right. Let's make myself straight. Oh God, you're like short. Wait, I can get down. I can get low. Unless you have play space mover.
I'm sorry, I do have play space mover. If you want to, I can be up here.
Yeah, there you
just
go.
Float.
That works.
Does it look good up there?
Yeah,
okay.
Because it's only gonna be showing like up here, so it looks like we're the same height. Yeah. See, they got that special camera there, so like, it's a cool thing. Anyway. Alright, we're good. Notice how nobody says cheese anymore in this game? No one, whenever people take photos, no one says cheese anymore. I noticed that. Everyone just sort of like freeze pose like martial arts.
Hey, what's up?
VRChat ruined saying cheese. Yeah,
cheese.
smile chat.
I like the avatar. It looks really good. It's very good, actually. Damn.